respect. Respect. And I know, Jan, this is one of your words too.
One of my favorite words.
One of your favorite words, respect. So I looked up the definition for respect, and this is one of them. Esteem for a sense of the worth or excellence of a person. And the origin of the word is Latin, and it means to look back, pay attention, to look. So this month, our book of the month is the CSL Book of the Year. And I referenced this a couple of months ago, Everyday Ubuntu, Living Better Together, the African Way. And the author of this book is Desmond Tutu's daughter. So I want to start by just sharing something that she writes. Perhaps the most crucial underlining principle of Ubuntu is respect, both for oneself and for other people. It's a simple idea. If a person respects himself or herself or their self, they are far more likely to extend that to other people. If a person respects themselves, they are far more likely to extend that to other people. I'm gonna leave that right there for a moment. So the song that I mentioned of Aretha's Respect was originally sang by and actually written by Otis Redding. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Yes. I did not know that. And when Otis recorded it, he recorded it from the male perspective, right? And it was all about a woman, having a woman who respected him. And when Aretha got her hands on it, she did a whole remix, right? And basically the song that was a rap. It was Aretha's song after that, right? And Aretha changed the message of the song to be a message about demanding respect for women. The song became a running anthem for the feminist and civil rights movement throughout the 1970s. And that's how I remember it. I remember that afro, the fists in the air. That's how I remember this song. And Aretha wanted it to be so clear what she was talking about that she spelled out the word respect. That was not in the original Otis Redding version. So she was like, just in case you don't know what I'm saying, RESPECT, respect, right? Find out what it means to me, right? Those almost sound like fighting words to me. Find out what it means to me, right? Respect. When Aretha had not had her food yet, what she was saying was, you'll keep coming at me. Find out what it means to me. Respect that I need to take care of myself. So I want us to start there first. Respecting ourselves. Respecting ourselves is so important. The lyric in the song is, some people feel like it's a very empowering song, and I think it's a very empowering song, but it's also an instructional song. And one of the things that Lava said in her meditation was that respect is also about boundaries. And sometimes we don't put those two things together either. So respect and boundaries, when you come home, you might walk in and find out that I'm gone. This is one of the lyrics in the song. I got to have a little respect. So if you cross a boundary, you might come home and find out that I'm gone, because what I need is a little respect. And this is what we need in our relationships with others. but we teach people how to respect us. And people get their cues on how to respect you by observing how you respect yourself. Yes? Ashe. So in her book, I want to read something else that she writes. She repeats her grandfather's words, Desmond Tutu, who said, "We believe that a person is a person through other persons, that my humanity is inseparably bound up in yours. When I dehumanize you, I dehumanize myself. By this logic, respect must begin from within." When we look in this world, we see so much dehumanization occurring. And what people don't seem to understand is that they're also dehumanizing themselves. And so those of us who know and understand the law of cause and effect, we know that this shall be resolved. Does anyone know that? No. This shall be resolved. And the importance of us respecting ourselves is an indication that we need to spend more time demonstrating our humanity towards ourselves and towards each other. We have great examples in this world of those who do not. Let us be the examples of the ones who do. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So, you know how I am now.
Homework done.
Not yet, not yet. But I just want to feel that y'all with me. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Yes.
So how we treat ourselves and how we treat each other is inseparably bound. Ubuntu. I am because you are. It's inseparably bound. What is happening here, what is happening in the Congo, what is happening in Haiti, what is happening in Gaza, what is happening in Israel, what is happening all over this planet. We are inseparably bound together. That's why we don't other, because there is no other. And when we get to respect that, this world will transform, but it starts with us. Do you respect yourself? Do you respect yourself? I'm asking a question.
Yes.
So I don't 100% believe y'all. I'm just gonna keep it real. Because the other part of respect, like boundaries, respect is also about self-care. When you think about respect, do you think about self-care? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Many people don't think about respect as a form of self-care. And one of the things that she writes that I love in this book is this. Isn't looking after oneself the idea of self-care a selfish act? Is it the same as looking after number one, meaning that we are putting ourselves first above all others? Ubuntu has taught me this isn't so. Ubuntu means believing in other people, regardless of who they are and what their role is in life. If we're looking to decide to live with Ubuntu in our lives, we must look after ourselves. We have to give ourselves what we need on both a physical and mental level in order for our bodies and minds not only to attend to our daily business, but also to have room for others. this means that you need regular time to yourself to take stock and reflect, to be mindful and sit quietly, or perhaps to eat healthy or exercise daily. Whatever self-care means to you, do it, because it is respectful to take care of yourselves. And I'm learning this lesson more and more and more. As many of you know, I help my Aunt Marion. And when sometimes before I even know it, I am feeling overwhelmed by the output to do the things that she needs done. And sometimes with great resistance, right? You have people in your lives that you want to help, but they resist the help. Yeah. And so I had to remind myself, and Jan reminds me, that self-care is a form of respect for myself. Because as corny as the saying is, you can't pour from an empty cup. You really can't pour from an empty cup. So we get to respect ourselves by answering the question, what does it mean to me? What does healthy boundaries mean to me? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does self-care mean to me? So that when I am out there in the world that does not understand respect, there's a collective consciousness of disrespect, right? But we are a collective consciousness of respect, of Ubuntu. So we get the gift of showing up as the example of what it looks like to respect yourself. I often say, when I was in corporate America, when a manager would lose their mind for a moment and think they're gonna go off on me, I would say to them, let me reintroduce myself, because clearly you think I'm someone else. Right? So we get to demand respect, but it starts at home. This home within us, where everything starts, where everything begins. It is the law. There's a law of respect, and it begins within you. So, as Jan has mentioned, there is some homework. Let's call it love work. 3 P's: prioritize, practice, and pay. Prioritize self-care. Because let me tell you something, this is what I've learned in my short time on the planet. No one's going to prioritize your self-care for you. Nobody is going to prioritize your self-care for you. So ask yourself, how do I demonstrate it? Write it down. These are the ways I demonstrate self-care for myself. Do you meditate? Do you exercise? How's your eating? Do you get enough rest? Do you get enough rest? Looking at myself in the mirror. Do you take a moment to just take a deep breath? Do you have a spiritual practice that you commit to? Saying no is a form of self-care. So what do you do for your self-care? Whatever it is that you do, this month, we're going to double it. Okay? We're going to double it. Practice. Practice is one of my favorite words, because practice makes progress. A baby step makes progress. So practice by giving from the fullness and not from the emptiness. When you feel tired and drained, lay down. Stop.
Take a break.
Take a break. Take a breath. Go in the bathroom, hide. Do what you need to do, right? To fill your cup back up. And 3, pay. Pay attention to what has your attention. The origin of the word respect is to pay attention, to look. To look. So what has your attention? Maybe decide to not watch so much of the news. Is that captivating you? What is that doing for your self-care? So you know what those things are. So pay attention to what has your attention and establish respectful boundaries for yourself. What are your boundaries? Do you have any? Right? Pick 1 or 2. And then you could let someone in your circle know, I'm practicing respectful boundaries for myself. And I need your support. And then when something comes up and you say, you know what? I won't be able to do that because I have a boundary about taking care of myself. They will understand because they're supporting you and they're helping you practice. So I want to end by reminding everyone that in the beginning of the year, we selected qualities. Do you remember that? Yeah. We selected qualities that we made a commitment to embodying more fully in 2024. And so you can establish a boundary by using your quality. So let me give you an example. Chris, your boundary is peace. So Chris can establish a boundary of self-care that includes peace for herself. So Chris, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What might that look like for you?
I'll tell you what it had to look like.
Okay.
It looks like me leaving a family group chat because there was conversation going on in there that I thought was violent and cruel. And so I left the chat.
Yes, yes, yes. Amen to that, Chris. See, there's no drama. I'm going to wrap up, y'all. But let me just say this. Sometimes we blow things up unnecessarily. We could take a peaceful action by just removing ourselves. We don't have to announce, everybody, I'm going to get off this family group chat because I don't like what y'all talking about. All of y'all are wrong. We don't have to do all that.
I didn't say a word.
Exactly.
And trust me, the message got through.
Exactly. Exactly. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. It means I don't have to participate in this. So whatever your quality is, and if you've forgotten, I'm going to remind you right now because you'll know how I roll. Susie, transformation. Sue, being my true self. Caroline, hope, joy, and patience. Cheryl, peacefulness. Jan, gratitude. Onay, harmony, courage, wisdom, and grace. Sekou, abundance and laughter. Fee, steadfast. Bonnie, love, peace, confidence, and harmony. Roxanne, faith and authenticity. Levi, compassion and getting out of my comfort zone. America, love and harmony. Shay, infinite sacred love, acceptance, and harmony. Rev Donna, self-worth. Stacy, clarity. Erica, love. Rev Deb, peace, compassion, and surrender. Rev Joan, what's yours?
Don't remember if I had one at that time.
You didn't. That's why I'm asking you.
Pressure.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else in the room? My lovely ladies in the back, what is your quality that you can commit to embodying for more fully this year as a demonstration of respect for yourself? Gratitude. Linda?
Yeah, well, I now embody a great deal of respect for myself, which I haven't had over a lifetime. And now I take really good care of myself. And thanks to these two ladies, I ask for their help and I get it.
All right. Yes. Thank you for sharing that, Linda.
Love.
Love. To anyone else in the room that I didn't say, Joan, you got one?
Listening.
Listening. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Lori has resilience
Resilience.
and a little more. And Kristen is forgiveness.
Forgiveness. All right. Someone write those down for me so I can put it on the list. Because we forget. Janet, what's yours?
Love.
Love. You must not have been here that Sunday when I did the list. Okay, well, I got you now. Someone put Janet down for love. All right. So Chris gave us a perfect example. Linda gave us a perfect example. And so now create for yourself because it comes from within you. So spend the time, respect yourself. Respect yourself. Let's spell it. RESPECT. Respect.
We're gonna sing it.
Later on, I'll sing it with Aretha. All right, y'all. So thank y'all. And I really would love to hear how this is supporting you this month. Okay? All right. And everyone have a wonderful Sunday. RESPECT. Find out what it means to you. Find out what it means to you. And let's prioritize, practice, and pay attention. Peace and blessings, everybody.